Or even higher. Richard Graham, who isn't even an MP yet, has already made his mark, had to apologise for his behaviour. Anyone know what he has done, the Tory hopeful for Gloucester, this week?
Oh, he after, you know, a couple of large ones one evening, he decides to sit down and write his blog. He called some Labour guy in his constituency. I can't say this word.
The C word.
The C word.
A Conservative.
What he said...
I think he meant the four-letter version, Tory.
He said, it was late at night, I'd meant to say that he was a councillor. Which is an easy mistake to make.
His views on expenses. He wrote that constituents wish to see some honesty and hard work from their...
They've misspelt there.
I know, that really is.
Well, he can't possibly be an MP.
He's a massive councillor, whatever it is. Yes, this is the historic resignation of Speaker Michael Martin, who nobly fell on his sword after 650 MPs pushed him onto it. Michael Martin rose to one of the highest posts in the land from humble origins, having started out as a sheet metal worker. He wasn't that much better as a speaker, to be honest. Paul and Reg, there's a sound clue for you, so listen carefully and see if you can tell me what it is. OK, here it is.
Oh. Is that it?
That's it.
Wow, it could be a lot of things. Yes. It could be a Trappist monk catching his finger in the door. What the blade is nothing. What the
This
hell
is the hum, isn't it?
The hum?
Can you hear the hum?
No.
There.
Some people can't hear it, but there's
a lot of
hum.
people have now said that all the time in their lives there's this underlying drone going on in the background, which I assumed was Neil Kinnock. Which is exactly like central heating, apparently, or the fridge.
Sounds like a distant idling diesel engine, apparently. Disturbs thousands of people around the world, causing sleeplessness and headaches.
Was this the #2 story of the week?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was.
It can't be.
David Baguli is a very well-regarded scientist, and he's done a lot of research into this, and he's come to the conclusion that many of the sufferers are oversensitive. Our hearing is especially acute at times of danger, he says, and Baguli says hum sufferers are switched on all the time. However, he also says it may be a fridge. What can you do to stop the hum?
Unplug the fridge.
I think no one can stop the hum. That's the...
No one can stop the hum.
Stop the hum. The hum's been around for years.
It sounds like a really bad action hero.
Yeah.
It's the hum. Turns up and hums you to death.
Yeah. The incredible hum. Yeah. You wouldn't like him when he's bored.
Yeah, but the hum has been around for an awfully long time. In the 70s, it was known as, does anyone know? The Bristol hum.
What about the hum's been around for a long time? In the 70s, it was known as George Whittaker. It was known as the hum in the 70s.
It was the Bristol hum.
The Bristol hum? This is the most ludicrous, thinnest story we've ever been asked to contemplate. Have you just made this up?
No.
No evidence at all of anything. No pictures of people, no anything. Just, oh, the hum. What was it known in the 70s? The Bristol hum. What was it known in 1643? Ye hum. What a load of nonsense.
What comforting words did the Daily Mail science editor have to say about it this week?
Did it say the hum will not affect property prices? Because that would be a big comfort.
No, he said some hum victims are clearly lunatics. Dr. David Baguli, an audiology expert.
You like saying that,
At least he hasn't got a made-up name or anything. Dr. Baguli.
Dr. Baguli's theory is that the hum comes from the activity of busy factories and local industries. So that's one problem Gordon Brown does seem to be solving. So at the end of that round, the scores are Paul and Reg on nothing, and Ian and Stuart on 4.
They gave us the hum.
So on to round 2, and it's the one-armed bandit of news, fingers on buzzers teams. Here's the first one.
They've banned gnomes from the Chelsea Flower Show because they keep humming in the bushes and people don't know where it's coming from. They blamed it on Battersea Power Station over the river and said, well, there's a big piece of machinery, it must be that. And somebody said, no, Battersea Power Station was actually decommissioned in 1982, so it must be some garden gnomes hiding in the bushes, which is against the Chelsea Flower Show.
They have been banned for some time from the Chelsea Flower Show. Who is Jekka McVicker, and what has she done?
She the gardener who put him in there?
That's right. She's on the ruling council of the Royal Horticultural Society and a 61 times gold medal winner. She has dared to put her gnome called Borage into her herb garden. What did the RHS say about this? Well, she said, it's got to go before the judging begins, to which Jekka McVicker responded, Borage will not be taken away. What did Jekka McVicker do?
Took him away?
Yeah. She said, I'm being judged by the Fruit, Vegetable and Herb Committee. They're a very hard line. In her column in the Daily Express, Anne Widdecombe slammed the organisers of the Chelsea Flower Show, saying it could only happen in Britain. Well spotted, Anne. That's where Chelsea generally is.
What kind of people read the Express? Does it have, you know, naked women in it and stuff like that?
No. No, it's owned by a pornographer. But he keeps the naked women for other publications.
He's got a big publication called Counselor. I don't know if you've seen it.
The organisers of the Chelsea Flower Show don't allow any brightly coloured gnomes into the show, which led to an embarrassing incident when, for a brief moment, Hazel Blears stood still for a photograph. So, fingers on buzzers, teams. Here we go. Paul and Reg.
This is just one of the many sort of... because we've come to the time now where 80s pop groups have looked with great nostalgia, and several of them have reformed recently with great success. ABC, I think, and Spandau Ballet. What were they called? Kajagoogoo?
Kajagoogoo.
They didn't have many hits, did they? Had a couple, I think.
Well, what were their hits?
But unlike
Don't say you don't remember Too Shy.
Oh,
Hush,
yeah.
Hush,
Shy, shy.
That's the one.
Hush, hush,
Shy,
why? Too shy. Yeah.
Shy, shy.
Hush, hush. Yeah, I remember that song there, man. Yeah, man.
There was no one called Big Apple, I think, wasn't there?
So that's not a very long concert, then?
No.
That's its main virtue, I think. Yes, according to Limal, the lead singer, the band is ready for a new career. Back in the 80s, we didn't have time to enjoy things. I imagine you didn't, in between all the hits. You wrote for the NME, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
You coined the phrase Britpop, I believe.
Yes, I did, yeah.
That's very impressive. And apparently you started... I don't know if this is true. Did you start the rumour about Bob Holness playing the saxophone in Baker Street?
Yeah, I did.
I mean, the song Baker Street, not the underground.
Not the underground stuff, yeah. No, I used to run a bit of the paper called Believe It or Not, where I made, you know, a parody of those kind of amazing... The Great Wall of China can be seen from the moon and things like that. You know, Swan can break your arm. So I just made pop facts up as a pass and said that Bob Holness played the saxophone solo on Baker Street, which has passed into... You know, people go to me in pubs now and say, here, you know, play the saxophone on Baker Street. And, that was the only one that caught on. I said that David Bowie invented Connect 4. I said that Neil Tennant of the Pet Shop Boys was a fully qualified rugby league referee.
No, I believe that.
There's something about the Bob Holness one which...
That's it, I know.
It sounds as if it could be right.
And for fans of music trivia, it wasn't him on Baker Street. It was the Krypton Factor's Gordon Burns.
That's right.
Finally, what has Sir Jimmy Savile found this week?
His chair.
That's right. Yeah.
That's a recent picture, is it?
Yeah. Some people think he's a weirdo, you know.
Very good. Yes, well, this is the momentous news that Kajagoogoo are to reform after 25 years. The band are already planning to start touring again, according to lead singer Limal. When you get to our age, you realise life is not a rehearsal. Although in your case, perhaps a little more of it should have been. The band looks very different nowadays, although bass player Nick Begg still sports ponytails and has marker pens scrawled on his arms. He told the Mirror, I get funny looks on the school run. Maybe you should get some kids. So, fingers on buzzers, teams. And here we go.
Is it the question about Pringles?
Wait, is there always one?
Always one. Actually, I do know what this question is. I've just remembered. They've done some research into ducks. The government has conducted... It's about whether they like water or not.
Ducks?
What?
That has happened, yes.
They did some research,
Yes.
about whether ducks like
What
water,
did they
and they
find it?
did. Is that the right answer?
No, it's not. But, well, this is the earth-shattering news that a stork in Hungary has been given a new artificial beak after damaging the original.
So what happened to his old beak?
I think he broke it in flight. They think he might have flown into a wall.
The stork.
A stork might have...
What happened to the baby?
Oh, that's a big conversation now.
There was another story about birds having troubles with flight this week.
Yes, the mockingbirds, wasn't there? Is it about the mockingbirds?
No, it wasn't, I'm afraid, about that. No. There's a story this week of a banker in America who rescued some doomed ducklings. Have a quick look at this. It's nice.
To be fair, he's the one throwing them up there.
How you get him to do that?